What's up, kiddo? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so you scale properly now, which is good. Shall be right back. Oh, okay. Where are we at here? Oh my god, dude, I have to go to the bathroom, but someone's in the bathroom. Fuck. Alright, be right back. I think Slade just got up. Oops. So, okay, first off, and then this still wouldn't be able to do that. I don't think. Hey, kitty. This fire grows high. Okay, so actually, before we even get to adding that, what was get it bigger than the macro? Okay, so let's run this. Why is this key missing? As I'm thinking, okay. This should have already been in here. What the fuck? Get rid of it for now. Let's see. I mean, I can see that I've added you, so why would this not be in here? Wait a second. Go to window. Okay, so either we hit. One of these needs to be hit first. So, I can see. Just do this. Okay, I think that's why the key wasn't working. Just because technically the other Godot stuff hasn't been instantiated before that one was called, which is kind of weird. Oh, it's not really that weird. It's instantiating it's instantiating the loading scene because it's instantiating the loading scene. It has checked for that key well before. I think that should solve it. So whatever. Yep. Nice. I'm starting to get that lag in the background again. No? I feel like I should put a FPS tracker in here. You know what? Let's do this. It's either finish off. Oh, you know what? I took that out there though. Oh, no. So, okay, let's do this. I think this will be necessary soon. Whatever. So, whatever. We're gonna have to remove this. So, service, developer console. I just feel like I should just build a chat system instead. There's validity to not doing that. Oops. That map again. Ah, this technically should be plus equals. Hey, what's up, Cyanix? How you doing, dude? Welcome in. Frag async. We should do this. I liked what I did yesterday. Jump. Jump up. Jump up and get down. Jump, 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 jump. What, you. Okay, so I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. I need you. Try to do this. Serve for service. Go to inputs. Trying to avoid school. What's that? I mean, this is gonna be a little bit like school, except actually building stuff. Java is a nightmare. Java sucks, dude. Strongly typed languages are the best. I can't stand anything that's not strongly typed. I do not like having things where I have to be like, what is this? I don't know. There's like missing keyword. Wait, const what? Const variable name? What? I guess it's kind of fair. Trying to understand all functions? Oh man. Like in general for Java, yeah. Like ones that other people write, yeah. Yeah, I don't like Java. I have fortunately never. I've had to use JavaScript once or twice, but outside of that, I never used Java. I am primarily a C# dev, but I used C++ for a very long time. I know a little bit of Python. I use Python in like building plugins for GIMP. But outside of that, I don't really use. I know. As a fuck, it's too early in the morning to think. My brain was just kind of comprehending what I was trying to tackle. The fuck is it? Speaking of C++ and memory. Oh, Rust. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's too early in the morning. What do you mean? You don't have to give up? Dude, trust me. Okay, so okay. Are you new to software engineering? Are you in college or something? I mean, it takes time, dude. So, I mean, if you think about like what a computer is, right? You look at a cell phone or something. Like this shit's fucking wild, man. Right? It's all man-made, right? There's there's no like soccer ball is technically man-made, but like I as a human, I can use my foot, right? Uh, Programming's hard, dude. It's a man-made creation. It takes a long time, but the weird part is it's less on like physicality, right? It's all in your head. It's more on mental. And the thing that you're not probably not realizing right now is that you're starting to remember. You're starting to remember, various functions, and you never know when those functions are going to be. Oh, what's up, Shelby? Um, yeah, it is a foreign language. Every part of it. I mean, all language is foreign. All language is made up, dude. I hate to I hate to break it to you. Even the English is a made up language. Every Latin is a made up language. It's a something that men or mankind created to uh communicate with each other. And that's technically true for code too. Like you're learning a new language, and then on top of that, you have to write your own stuff and whatnot. It just takes a. This is a god-given language. It just takes time, dude. Um, and you also don't have to stick in Java. Here's a good way to think about what's going to happen when you're learning Java. When you learn Java, you're going to really appreciate strongly typed languages, or maybe not. Maybe Java will click with you at some point, or maybe you might find a different language. You don't have to necessarily deal with one. Think about like an author. An author would use English, for example, or Latin, or Chinese, or Japanese, or German, or Russian, or Spanish or whatever. But the um, uh, language you're going to write in is code. And you get to make pretty pictures appear on the screen and do all kinds of cool shit because you can do whatever the fuck you want with your mind. Eventually, it just like think about it like this: you as a student in the programming world, what you're doing is accumulating knowledge. Just like have you ever heard someone say a library, like go do the library or go get a library, like an existing library or something like that? Well, that's because you don't have the knowledge, and so you have to learn. So you have eventually you're gonna have kind of like your own library, and part of it's gonna be your head. Uh, you know, I built this game by myself, but I've been working on this for like 3 months now, 2 months, 2.5 months. A lot of this literally came down from experience, which is what you accumulate over time too. But you have to like it's just a learning process. The curve is enormous, and there's a lot of information out there so far. So you pay for college because you have a curriculum to follow. Anyone can go online and they can go take some certification. So, okay, you go to school because you're going to do this for a long term. When you're doing a certificate, you're trying to be as fast as possible or whatever. A programmer, yeah, it also sounds. Well, I wouldn't. I would probably call it. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it's never bad to do those, but you can also. School is not a scam. School is not a scam. I think he's talking. I think Shobi's talking about the free stuff. Yeah, like you have no teacher and learn on your own kind of programming. Okay. I don't know what school. Well, okay, I don't know what school you're going to. Uh, you don't have to tell me, but I will say that eventually um, a lot of programming comes down to like people give you the skills and they teach you how to do stuff. Trump University, they teach you how to do stuff. They teach you how to do stuff, but once you are by yourself, like you know, this little game I'm playing, no teacher could have sat behind me and been like, "Oh yeah, let's handhold you," and "Oh yeah, we're gonna write this." No, it's just coming from my mind, right? So eventually, you just kind of let loose, and at some point, you just kind of have to get used to it. It either clicks in your brain that you can be by yourself and you can have fun and imaginary world. Oh, well, it depends on what you're trying to do, but technically, that's true for everything. Programming is the act of building through science and math and just structure, organization. Uh, I don't know, just kind of putting that all together, and you suddenly have a video game, or suddenly have a web app or something, whatever happens to be in your mind. And then I actually have an actual job that I get paid, really well, and then I just do this. This is Sunday. I was working on this yesterday until like 2 o'clock in the morning, working, and by working, I mean like I have fun doing this shit. And eventually like either you have to sit through it, like trust me, when I went to school I felt like I was a fucking idiot every fucking day, and I still think I'm an idiot. Like, welcome to the world of being a dev, dude. It's still yes, you could do whatever you want, man. I'm not going to do that because that's not the game I want to play. But you'd also have to go put that together. You will feel very stupid. I feel stupid, dude. I feel stupid. I've been in a game dev for a long time. The reality is this shit's fucking hard, man. Everything's been done. Well, not everything done, Shobi. Yeah, there's actually like a new liar's dice, I think. It's literally like a new. Well, I mean, you still have to have art that works in the game. But dude, half the time you're gonna eventually feel like this. There's gonna be a time when you're like, "Wow, I have the perfect solution for this," and within like seconds, you're gonna have an answer, and you'll be like, "Holy shit, I feel like a fucking god." And then 5 minutes later, when you're asked with a new question, and you're like, "How do I solve this?" I feel like an idiot. Oh, how did I not notice this? I was an idiot. In the world of programming, dude, you frequently like it's called imposter syndrome because you're doubting the reality is you're building things from your mind, and it's pure insanity that these like imaginatory lands or imaginatory whatever, like you've created something that transcends your body, dude. It's pretty crazy. You brought an idea into the world. It just half the time it doesn't feel like that, especially in today's age where it's really easy to be like demoralized by social media because no one gets attention nowadays. But never feel bad. Like no one's stupid, man. Like there's a phrase I go by, and it's either you can't know everything. The phrase is you only know what you know. I cannot know what I don't know, right? That's a philosophical conundrum. How could I know that if I didn't know it? Right? I can't know the answer until I know the answer. And this is where someone asked yesterday with like or Siegel came in here and asked about like school and perfect grades and all that. In school, no one really. I mean, yes, getting the right answer is correct because there's a process kind of, but you'll often hear teachers say like they're more concerned with the process, and that's because it just like how your teacher is gonna kind of like you're gonna be on yourself. You're gonna be an adult and you have to go take care of yourself, right? No one can sit there hand holding you. Eventually, you kind of just I don't know where I was going with that. I know where I was going with it, but I kind of lost my train of thought. Ah, it's just that you have to build these things by yourself. You have to imagine these things. Stupidity comes and goes. It's part of like being an adult. You just kind of realize that it doesn't really kind of matter, and you just kind of try to improve too. But it just takes a long ass time, dude. It takes a long ass time. It takes years and years and years. And that's with you have to have. This is why I say, doing the project. Like if you go get like a certificate or something, like school is a certificate I could theoretically get done in 20-30 minutes, dude. When you talk about a game here, like someone came in here yesterday and asked me like, oh yeah, did you make any progress yet? Well, yeah, one, I've made progress, and also this thing is like I could go to sleep and my game still exists here, right? These things transcend time, and when you talk about school, like in order to get your diploma, you have to go through 2, 4, doctors have 8 years of school. Just to get a degree because you're training your mind, you're being exposed to things, but it's also like dedication. Like you have to choose to want to do these things. You can't just be like, oh well, today I don't feel like doing it. I mean, some days you can be like, oh, I just need some extra sleep or something. You're gonna wake up the next day and you're gonna keep doing it. It's a commitment. And certificates of like 20-30 minutes don't really show much. The thing about the professor, like I'm a remote worker, a lot of tech workers are remote workers because at the end of the day, all I need is a screen. I can message you really quickly to get whatever information. Like the other thing you're doing in school is that you're kind of also building up relationships because in the real world you're going to be talking to a lot of people too. Half the battle is like soft skills, which you're also kind of building. I'll blow your mind for a second, not only with Java. Would you believe that literally text is a software? I will blow your mind for a second. Also, I appreciate the follow, dude. I will blow your mind for a second and tell you, just like pixels, I can't touch these pixels, right? It's on a computer screen. Here's my hand. I can't touch I can touch the physical camera, but I can't touch you guys. That's kind of weird. But it's a software. Well, your voice is a software. You're sending bytes over the internet through a headset. Bytes over an internet. If you've ever heard the phrase bytes, you're sending bytes, sound package through the internet, which is a software. Because that could actually be in video game space, having a packet information, having voice chat is actually a feature. Well, yes, pretty much be independent and self improvement. I wouldn't when I talk about independency, I don't mean like you can't rely on others. What I mean by that is you're gonna have like when you have two programmers, one's going to go handle some tasks, the other one's going to handle another task, right? And then you have another one that's going to go handle this task, and then you're kind of building relations in these particular things. But one program that goes down this path, if I come and help you on this, then I can't do my thing, and then I'm also absorbing the same. I'm going to be looking at the same code you're looking at, right? We're going to be. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have, maybe like usually a last resort, but there's a phrase called rubber ducking. It's a very common thing where you get like you get a little rubber duck. I don't have one because I talk to I mean, shit. I talk out loud all the fucking time. Like I literally go for walks and I'm like talking as I go. I think most people who who would see me going for walks would probably call me fucking insane. You kind of lose your sanity the more you kind of go through life. But rubber ducking is, you're literally talking to an inanimate object. It's like talking to a mirror where you're getting. If you only keep stuff in your head, like I'm going through a microphone, but if I were to be like, I'm talking in my head, right? Uh, just like I said, it's software. You're getting your voice out. You're getting your thoughts out. If you talk like to a rubber ducky, you're talking to an inanimate thing. And the reason why you wouldn't talk to another person on that is because now you're like they don't have the full like everything that you've seen is not the same thing that they've seen. They wouldn't have any concept of it. And even when you say like the word server, well, what does the word server mean? It's pretty metaphysical, but it can help you with debugging skills because what you end up doing is you're talking out loud to solve a problem. You'll see that very frequently. Like this is not just like some hobby project. I'm like I build all kinds of shit. Like for example, fucking ads. I'll hold off. That's the whole point of building my bot right there. I'll hold off until the thing comes through. Anyways, I want to build the dev console really quick. Well, by really quick, I mean it's probably gonna take today, but I think this would be a little bit better. Okay, so I need to think about how to handle that. I'll respond when I think you might have ads too. I don't know. I'll wait until my bot responds and says like, "Hey, no, this is okay." Oh, there it is. So yeah. Okay, so this little thing right here, this little cloud, this is a part of something that I build, and this is what I'm saying. Like at some point, you're going to be able to do whatever the heck you feel like because you have the confidence, experience, knowledge, skill, tackling, like independent. Like there's just so many things that you can like. You can start building whatever you want because it's just like, well, I have free time. Like for example, here is there it is. Okay, this overlay is broken because I'm actually building a new one. But I literally like this bot here. Smooth GBT is mine. Like you could, at some point, you become so free that you just like, I feel like building this today, and I just feel like doing this, and it just becomes a hobby project. You'll see as you move into the software world, like eventually it just becomes so much fun that you're just kind of it takes such a long time to get there. And it's an entire journey to be exposed to that stuff. Let me get rid of this. But you can do all kinds of like I literally build the Twitch APIs for this. Like I actually have Spotify hooked up to this. Like sometimes like what I'm trying to get at is software engineering is a long-term game. Software engineering it's a career. It's literally like you can if I got injured, if I broke my hands, fuck me. But if I broke my legs, dude, I could still sit here and program for another, until I'm like literally dead. I could sit here until I'm like, 96 and I could still be programming, dude. I could sit here tomorrow and I'm going to programming and I'm just going to, it's just fun as hell. It's unlimited power when it, starts to click with you. Oh, yes, that is another important thing. I will say that don't be a passive learner. You will want to do everything you want to do. And I will tell you, being afraid of failing, dude, I failed so many times throughout my life. I did not get here by chance. I have failed so many fucking times throughout my life. You just you just wake up the next day and you're like, well, I gotta, either I quit, which, what are you gonna fucking do? Yeah, I used to work 2 jobs and go to school at the same time. 7 days a week, 16 hours days. It was fucking miserable. It was absolutely fucking miserable. But you just do what you have to, and then, long term game, 7 years from now, 10 years from now, you got to be thinking long term. You can't be thinking, well, if I finish this right now and I'm going to be all done. No, you're going to wake up tomorrow and the life is going to go on, and you're going to have some new task and some new challenge. It's fun. Well, I'd stay on top of your homework. But there's I mean, I will say that software engineering is not for everyone. Let me throw that out there. So I don't want to tell you like, oh yeah, do this, but oh yeah, it's not everyone clicks with math, but math is just like, I will be completely honest with you. Everything in programming is math. Like literally everything in programming is math. Sending an array of whatever while you're incrementing an index, while that incrementing that nice. Now always, I mean, that's, well, school's weird. In real world, you kind of in the real world, you just like, hey, when's this gonna be done? I don't know, whenever the fuck it gets done, dude. But that's the thing about school, is there's usually concrete like deliverables, but in the real world, dude, shit fucking, I mean, just look at everything. How many times have you open an app and then something breaks, you're like, what happened? Shit breaks all the time, man. Everyone thinks that the world is a perfect place. No, these if you have a good history, 300 years ago we didn't have cars, dude. We didn't have roads. We had horse and buggy. I don't even know if we had buggies back in 1700s. Yeah, okay. I'm sure they had buggies in quite a while. But you have to remember, like, this shit's bonkers, dude. I know it doesn't seem like much, but you can really underappreciate how crazy this world is, man. So I wouldn't get too worried about it. But it is a long-term game, and you have to stick with it. Is it for everyone? No. If you're not, I mean, it's going to take quite a long time to have fun. But I can tell you, let me put it this way: you can tell if you're going to be a software dev. You can tell if you're going to make it as a software dev if you have satisfaction, if you have a smile when you solve a problem. Let me put that. I think that's a good way of describing whether you're going to have fun in software engineering. If you get a huge amount of it doesn't have to. Don't worry about like the complexity of the application. If you get satisfaction of just seeing something like a console input the first time you put "Hello World" into your print, like, holy shit, that's cool. You will probably make it, because it's a lot of this comes down to curiosity. All these things are literally just someone had an idea of, hey, I'm going to build this. So if you can, like empowering your imagination. Yeah, exactly. Okay, then I would recommend you stick with it. That is the number one way. The amount of satisfaction, like, it could take hours, it could take days. I've had things. Now, typically, I might have multiple things working in the background, because eventually you kind of get used to it. So you kind of like can partition like different ideas and stuff. You can like keep track, like, oh yeah, I left off over here, or I left off over here, and you can imagine in your head, like, oh yeah, where was I? But some of the, like, I'm not joking, dude. I've had features that have taken me months to build, and I had to build other stuff in between there, so it took extra time, because like, no, we have to drop this, and then we have to get this out. Okay, well, and then you can go back to that, because a month of time has passed, because like I said, time is going to continue to pass. New things come up, and you have to be kind of flexible and all that. I would imagine so. Software, dude, you'd be surprised as to how. Okay, so if you think about software dev in a very abstract way, so like I mentioned, so this is why C++ dev is good. Honestly, what you're doing when you read code is you're kind of conditioning your brain, by the way. When you understand C++, like, you have really good memory allocation, where you can kind of like someone asked what a pointer is. Well, a pointer, if you wow, that was such a good explanation yesterday. If you have a pointer like C++, it's like it's like your current moment and you trying to remember all the way back to your child. Where did a particular memory happen throughout your life? And like, hey, I have the address to this memory. I'm going to go right to this memory. And in your head, you're already imagining it. There are so many things that software, like, people think about things as like a. Sorry, I keep checking. I'm kind of looking over here because OBS freezes on me. They patched it and it fucking. Speaking of, it breaks. Tech breaks all the fucking time, dude. Shit breaks all the fucking time. But there are so with imagination, one, you're gonna have to go do normal stuff, and yes, there will absolutely be jobs because at the end of the day, most people are not like, oh yeah, how. One, they can't even visualize it. You could go to ChatGPT or something and just ask AI. AI is not going to solve. AI did not build write this code for me. Unless I'm AI, which yes, theoretically, technically, in some weird fucking facets. But you, through the power of imagination, a Twitch stream is a software because it's pixels. An image, if you're an artist, technically you're kind of like a software engineering. You just have to open your mind large enough. Games are very specific. Coding is one aspect of software. But technically you can do just about anything. Engineering is a different subject matter. Like that's trying to automate something. But as a software dev, dude, you can find so many different things. There's so many abstract things of like, I don't know. It's freeing and it's fun, and like I said, if you get a smile out of doing this stuff, you'll make it. You just have it's gonna be a process, and even after I graduated school, I didn't have a job. I actually worked in landscaping for 10 months before I had a job. Eventually, I got one, but you just keep applying, keep working on hobby project. Like this is like I said, this is Sunday, and I'm working on this thing. You just have to, it takes time. It takes time. Takes energy. Takes choice. It takes choice to choose to want to do this. So, well, no, you shouldn't do it for the money. I will, I will absolutely say you shouldn't do it for the money. So how many times have you heard like, oh yeah, some company, they bought all these engineers or whatever. Have you ever heard of the Wright brothers? Do you know who the Wright brothers are? This is, late 1800s. I think that's when the Wright brothers were around. The Wright brothers are two dudes. I think it happened. Oh, maybe it was in early 1900s. Anyways, they were the ones that built the first plane. They had the first actionable thing where the planes took off. Right? There was a not really a competition, but there was other people trying to come up with ways of inventing flight. The Wright brothers were two dudes by themselves that would just go tinker, and they just wanted to fucking fly. So they would tinker with this shit all the time. There was another thing where they had every reason that they should have succeeded, right? They had there was another company that was trying to invent the ability to fly. They had engineers, they had machinery, they had everything that you could possibly think would make a flying airplane. You'd be like, oh, well, these dudes are gonna fucking do it. The Wright brothers were the ones that came up with it, and they had fucking yeah. There's so much on the Wright brothers. They are the ones that came across. I'm trying to find a part. Oh, I haven't looked through this page, but they came up with the plane. They had their first biplane, and it flew. And money isn't going to make things. Money isn't going to make my game. If I were to hire devs, if I were to hire developers to come work on this game, one, all of this is coming from my mind. I would have to explain it to someone like, hey, this is how you do this or this. I would have to explain to someone like, hey, what am I envisioning here? What is this thing? Money can't buy this game that I'm envisioning in my head. It can't build the server. It can't build the web API. Well, I mean, I could hire someone to do it, but one, I wouldn't even. It theoretically could break too. Google shit breaks. Microsoft shit breaks. Literally, Facebook shit breaks. Twitter goes down. I'm sorry, I hate Elon, so we're not going to talk about Twitter. There's better stuff. But yeah, like, dude, like, there's money. You don't do it for the money. You do it for the satisfaction where, like, it feels nice to solve it, and then you just happen to get paid out of it. But you get paid better as you accumulate knowledge and experience. But when you, if you hit a wall, you're going to give up. If you hit a wall and you give up, like, if your only motivation is money, you are not going to try to solve the problem. When you hit a wall, you're just like, well, too fucking bad. I guess I'm not going to fucking do it. I mean, I would rather hire someone that is just so interested in this stuff because they will find a way to make it work. They will find a way. I can tell you that's why I've worked on the games I have, is because I would be coming up with shit out of fucking nothing. And I was paid like jack shit, by the way. Games industry is fucking terrible, dude. Mostly because you're building entertainment, you're competing against massive games. Are also infinite. You have shit like World of Warcraft, Team Fortress 2, Magic, all that kind of stuff. But man, dude, like, if you hire someone that just wants to learn, they will just find a way to make it happen. That's why you should not be going in it for the money. Now, as time goes on, you could be like, okay, yeah, I'd like a raise. But you're gonna have to prove that you can kind of do these things, which is the tough part. That's why I couldn't click through here. I think if I do this, although I am gonna fix that developer console. Yeah, exactly. But I would say, step one is to get your foot in the door, dude. The tech industry is incredibly brutal. Step one is do I still have a overlay on this? Shouldn't. What's blocking you? What's blocking my input from coming through? Wait, do these have the script? It should. See it there. But literally, like, dude, every piece of software, like I said, is man-made. Like, people just, these things only happen surely because people will it to happen, man. No amount of money on earth will ever, no amount of money on earth will ever get a creative idea out of someone. You can toss $1 million at someone, it doesn't mean they're going to have what you want. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that I would just reiterate the same thing. Don't do it for money, dude. Trust me. Trust me, don't do it for money. It will corrupt you. I do want you to think about something, though. I want you to think, like, software engineering is also a pretty privileged position. So that's why, like, a lot of people, if you give them, tons of money, they're going to go waste resources. As a software engineer, you generally are kind of efficient. You make good decisions. You think about things. You're not so concerned. Let me see if I can find the meme. Programming vacation meme. There's a fucking meme here where if when a dev goes on vacation, like, they want to go on vacation and they're like thinking about problems. I don't know if that's going to be a very good one. But literally, as you're on vacation, you're still thinking about, like, the problem. Like, this is the thing. Like, as an engineer, this shit's gonna fucking sit in your head. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, you will always be thinking, "Yeah, I can't find anything." There's a meme that's probably on our programming here. But even while you're on vacation, you will probably still be thinking about your problem. And then you actually may come up with a solution while you're on vacation, which is actually even funnier. That's why I go for walks all the time. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, this isn't the one, but yeah, programmer on vacation, like it's like, oh, dude, like I just want to go write code. Like I have an idea and I can't put it down, right? And they just have to hold on to it in your head and hope you don't forget by like, 3 weeks. But that depends on, whether you're writing something for someone else or doing stuff for fun. I could tell you firsthand, like the game I worked on, man, like I swear to God, nothing would have fucking gotten done. It takes someone truly motivated to want to build things, to make things happen. I can tell you firsthand. Anyways, so I mean that's just games in general, dude. And you look at any game, you're like, holy shit. When you learn how to program, you really appreciate these things. You're like, holy shit, dude. That's crazy. Oops. So why is this okay, the developer interface is fine. But why is this why is my input not coming through? Oh, I know where I want to look. I want to see you got moved. I want to see I think you from me. Okay, let's see if we hit this. So here's gonna be. I don't know if this is really a controversial. I'm a very weird person, dude. I'm a very weird person. I don't know if this is controversial percent. Is this blocking something? Okay, what if I do this? A language is a tool. A language is a tool, just like any application that you're using. As a software engineer, your job as a software engineer is to get data from one place and put it in another. That is literally, you are taking data. Have you ever heard the phrase data? I'm taking ones and zeros from one endpoint and putting them in another endpoint. That is your goal as a software engineer. What that data... Oh, there it is. So what is blocking that? Do I have another thing happening again? But that is literally your goal. You're literally, like, no matter what you are doing, that is your literal goal. Your literal goal as a software engineer is to take information from data. Well, information is data. It's the same thing. It's just a data shorter word. You're taking information and data from one endpoint and taking it straight to another. That is literally the goal of software engineering. That is the goal of engineering. Everything you're doing is with text, and you are taking in some input and spitting out some output. Or you don't necessarily have to have output. You could technically be storing data like in a database, but you are taking data from one endpoint and doing something with it at the other, whether it's, spitting out, doing some operation on it, whatever. That is at the core of software engineering. That is all you are doing. You are taking data, whatever that data is, whatever. It could be an FBX file of animations. It could be a OBJ which is an object file for models. It could be a text file. It could be a custom file you made. It could be a different file that a different company made. It could take login credentials to access your database from a client so they can go play the game. It could be, hey, they killed a creature. Let's go write a database action transaction. It could be, someone paid for, a new T-shirt. While I'm taking their credit card information, sending it off to a payment processor. They're returning the information, and then the payment processor now spits out information with their transaction. Like that's all it is. It's just information. So I would say I'll respond in a second, but to learn more languages, they're useful, but at the end of the day, at the end of the day, does the language achieve what you need to achieve? That is the only question you have to ask, which language you should use. And at that point, if it achieves the same thing, whatever language you're using, then you can use whatever language you want. People arguably say like, "Oh, well, this is or this is faster than this." I don't care, man. Just make your app fucking work. You can argue about like, okay, when you're talking about like, yeah, I have to wait 10 seconds or something for something to go through. Yeah, there's probably at that point that's not really at a code level. That's well, I mean, in theory, you could have a while loop going on, but in most cases, that's probably not a code problem, and there's probably something else going on. So I would yeah, I wouldn't worry so much about the language. That's why I like C sharp. I like C sharp because C is really cool. I'm a strongly typed person. So if you look at the way I code things, I do like I will go out of my way to make things like be aligned. I actually add in like these things called name parameters. Um I actually put like I'm adding this dot whatever. I prefix things. Um, I put like this. Not everyone does that. I do indentations for. Oops. Like, see, I'll actually fix these things if things are off. I'll put things on like a new line. Not everyone, happens to do these things, but that's why I like C++ is because I'm incredibly strongly typed. So I will put base ready so that I know that where I'm calling this is already coming from I don't even have to guess, right? This initialize tells me that this initialize function is in this class. Even if I were to right click this, I've saved myself from right clicking just for the comprehension to, right click this. Also, that's not in the right place though. I do need to fix some of these things. Come on. But yeah, there's just so many like the language itself doesn't matter. It, the goal is it's the goal that you're trying to achieve. Some languages are much better, um, and also the platform you're trying to build on may have some restrictions. Dude, I don't know why, but it's just fun to run around here. And although I lost all my trees, and I'm kind of sad. I feel like I'm looking at I feel like I'm looking at the Amazon rainforest here. Why you staring? But my plan was to finish this for certificate and go back to uni to finish. I mean, the certificate's never bad. I mean, I will say it's never bad to have certificates because it's proof you finished something, right? But when you're talking about engineering, like you're not looking for someone just to finish a complete task. When you're talking about engineering and like as a software engineer, you're a salaried employee for the most part. You're pretty much a salaried employee because when you hire an engineer, you're hiring them because they will know your code base. So when something goes wrong, you can contact them to go fix shit. Because like I said, everything fucking breaks. Microsoft's fucking even Visual Studio, I get these fucking null reference notifications. Everything crashes, everything breaks. There's random edge cases. We're all every person that's a software engineer, we're all human. There's no I'm not going to go into religious debates with you, but everyone that makes stuff here is a human. Every little application you ever use, every whatever, it's a human on the other side, and they can make errors. Like we're all trying our best to not make errors, but we're human. Everyone has accidents. I feel like something. I've kind of noticed that. I don't know if I did something wrong here. I don't know if I edited something, but my character, like I can see that there's like a delay in the rotation. I feel like I have something off here. Anyways, yeah, it's fun. Hopefully that didn't scare you out of doing software engineering. It's a lot of fun, trust me. It's a very very long term. It is an extremely long process. Oh, I remember why this had to be public. This has to be public because I need this for JSON information. That's why they're not internal. It's not the real me. Yeah, hopefully I just didn't scare you off of programming, but trust me, dude, it's It's quite fun. It takes such a long time that most people will never experience it because it. Let's see like this. I shouldn't have this. This should have resource node. It just takes such a long time for you to be exposed to ideas, to critically think yourself, to come across issues, to identify things. Because when you're like, just like your school, like when a teacher, like the teacher would have to go through the code for you, and at the end of the day, your job in school is to prove that you can solve things by yourself, and you don't have to rely on others to solve whatever it is for you. Um, yeah, it's fun. I used to work at Xbox, and I had teammates that would literally. My teammate had a keyboard that was split into like it was one section for like half of this keyboard. So like this keyboard right here would be like this keyboard right here would be like chopped up, and there would be like two like there'd be one little keypad that was like this where you could just like hold on one hand, and the other one would have the other keys. So yeah, it looked like he was like reaching into two different keyboards. You absolutely don't have to. Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I'll respond on it again after. That is literally why I added that command or that feature for him. Oh, did I delete something here? No. Come, help me believe it's not the real me. I have become. Help me believe. Help me to the saddle. That's what I wanted to do. It's always, dude. I wish they wouldn't have so many ads. I don't know if they'd. Amazon's such a. Can't stand Amazon. Oh, look at that. Yeah, actually, so SmoothGPT is actually my bot, and I actually added this because I never knew when ads were starting, so I never wanted to get in a conversation because then it's like, well, I could. I added it so I could literally be like, oh yeah, ads are playing, so everyone see like if there's something interesting going on, I can pause myself because like, oh yeah, no, this is what it is. But no, I used to have teammates that would have like literally they would have a keyboard. It was basically your WASD keyboard, but split up. Like you would literally have a component here that would have like 10, 20 keys on it, and then another one that would have the other keys. It was really fucking weird seeing. But you could, at the end of the day, whatever works for you, man. The only thing I would ever say is that if you get, so I have a vertical monitor. So I don't know if it's going to show up. Again. Okay, so I have a vertical monitor here. So vertical monitors are like really, really fucking nice. I always have that cut out, but it's really weird to have a black. I feel like a terrorist sometimes. It's fucking weird. Oops. Oh, that's the other one. Oops, I don't need this one. Oh, that is the right one. Okay. But the only thing I would say is one, you're probably gonna have to have two monitors, dude. I would always recommend having two monitors. Even if you have a laptop, if you have a laptop, it doesn't matter to me on that part. People have their preferences on that. You'd have to discover that for yourself. The only thing I would say is that screens. So if you talk about real estate and stuff, yes, there's like literal housing, but technically, from a programmer standpoint, your real estate is pixel space. Your real estate is your screen space. Oh, you've already got okay, yeah, right on then. Yeah, that's the number one. That's like literally the most important thing. Oh, I was gonna do that. I should swap this right now. I literally told myself to do that. I told myself that that was an excellent idea and I should immediately do that right now. Where did I put that though? I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. I think that was in game state. Game state actions. Where are you? Where did I put you? Or was that in the server? I think that might have been in the server. I know that I did it though. I think it's on the server. I thought I did it on this one. Oh, no, I know where it's at. It is in this one. It is in this one. Yes. So instead, what we're going to start doing here is anytime we have an event, we are going to make an object for it. Regardless of whatever it is. So this is going to be, I just think this is such a better thing because that means everything follows the exact same path. And I think that's a relatively low-hanging thing. So if we go to contents, resource nodes, resource node, selected. Resource node event. Okay, you can all go away. Internal private, internal sealed class. Oops. Resource node event selected. There we go. The real motive was gaming then? I mean, that's a pretty good motivator, man. I mean, shit, I mean, I don't have anything running right now, but sometimes I'll literally... Alright, you know what? You've challenged me. And also, there's a lot of things to think about here, because I need to swap some things, and we're also going to be building a... actually, I don't know. Oh, actually, I think my overlay is actually going to cover my... I think my overlay is going to cover Hearthstone. I'll skip on Hearthstone. I just realized this text is going to cover that. I will actually play, like, games over in this corner while I'm actually, like, coding this stuff. But for now, we'll just wait. Although, I want to see if Big P is... Oops. Oh, it did respawn. How do you know what to write? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that, that is literally it. So you're in school because you don't know what to write. That is literally why I'm telling you. One, you shouldn't do this for money because you're gonna have to. At some point, you're gonna have to do this by yourself. You're gonna have to be like, if money is your motivator, you're gonna run into problems. And by problems, I just mean like
you're a problem solver, and you can get paid really well to do it. But if money is your sole motivator, when you hit that wall, you're gonna have problems. Because at some point you're gonna have to dive so far into code sometimes. Like you're literally like, they call you a programmer because you're literally what you're doing is taking data from one endpoint to another, and those endpoints are done through programs, right? So you're a programmer because here's Godot, here's Visual Studio, here's you know, whatever. You're just manipulating multiple programs to achieve. Like if I had to pull up SQL Server, here's another program. This is why you shouldn't really focus so much on the language, is because the language is there to achieve the result you want to happen. And in order to know what to write, you have to either one, experience these things, two, see it with your own eyes, be taught by someone, because all these things are literally like built out of nothing, right? They're all man-made. You won't know what to write unless you have been exposed to these ideas, unless you have seen firsthand how these things happen to work. If you have been informed, if you've heard of the idea, have you, like, when you hear of a server, that's why I was saying, what is a server to you? A server, from a non-programmer standpoint, theoretically could be a person in a restaurant, right? They're taking your order, the server comes over to the table. So you have to put, like, here's the idea of context. Have you ever had to program like render or anything, like DirectX 11, 12, 9, whatever, or Vulkan? You'll often hear of like the context, like it's like ID3, D11 context, device context or whatever. Like the computer is almost like your brain. Like your brain is doing computations. The computer is just your thing to achieve whatever computation you need. But there's context. Like you can think of a graphics card as like the same thing as someone's imagination. Like it's rendering things in their brain. And when people hear these like two different things, like you have to be exposed to ideas. You have to understand what a server is. You have to, like, a server also might sound really, really scary to people, but actually all it is almost like a duplication of your application with, some other extra stuff on there. Like, for example, I could be doing this. Well, I have to do a server because my games can be authoritative in the sense that, like, there's a dedicated server, which is this thing, and I also have database writing stuff. And so I need to make sure that clients can't just write whatever the fucking stuff they want to the database. And this is where, like, these data manipulations come through. But you'd have to, these things, I wrote this. This is what I'm saying. Like, no AI can write. No, people get scared of artificial intelligence. I don't know. You're in computer science, so I assume you probably have heard of AI at this point. It's been 2 years. The AI has spread like fucking wildfire. But AI can't, like, you could ask ChatGPT or something to go write you code. It's going to maybe write you a small function or a class like this. There is no way on the fucking face of the planet that I could just copy all these files into ChatGPT. There's not even enough tokens. A token is generally like multiple characters. It's like, I don't know, 20 to 15 characters, 15 to 20 characters. I don't know, whatever they happen to choose as their token rate. There's no way that it would even be able to compile this application too. And then it would make errors and all that stuff. But like you have to be exposed to these ideas in order to have to just sit here and be like, I'm going to write this. You have to have the knowledge in the back of your head in order to do that. If you don't have that knowledge, you can go watch a tutorial or something. That's often called tutorial hell. But this is also, the part where I worked on an MMO myself, and I was so heavily involved at that game that you would probably think you would probably call me insane. I've been called insane many times. I used to work 365 days a year. I would not take off holidays, and I was paid $30,000 a month or a year. So I would literally, I got involved in the client, I got involved in the server, I got involved in the web APIs, I got involved in tooling, I got involved in content creation, I got involved in Design, I would build maps for the games. I would build tools. I'd build features. I'd build UI elements. I'd build literally for 3 years. I just sat there and every day I would just like tinker with stuff. Even on my days off, I would still sit there and I'd fuck around in Blender trying to model something, or I'd go in. I don't use Photoshop anymore. I use GIMP now, but Photoshop, I'd go sit there and fucking try to paint something. Learn how to texture or whatever else. So it's literally like you have to be exposed to these ideas and see what they do in order to start doing that stuff. That's why I said like this stuff is just you have to be thinking 5-10 years down the road. You can't just like no one wakes up and like I said, this is man-made, right? This computer screen, the webcam you're seeing me through, these things are man-made. No one wakes up comes out of their mom's belly and is like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna be a programmer." One-year baby, you wouldn't even a computer doesn't even exist to you as a child, dude. A computer doesn't even exist to you as a child. So yeah, you have to keep it in context of like it just takes a really fucking long time, and I try to stress that so much because you're seeing me in the current moment, but and this goes for anyone. You're seeing someone in the current moment. Dude, I feel like I'm Trump here. Jesus Christ, I keep using my capiche. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna pull the Obama with fucking size size comparison. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, dude, I've been on the internet for too long. I fucking hate this place. Holy shit. But yeah, it just takes a long ass fucking time, dude. That's all I can say. I would never try to get too worried about it. It's just you have to be motivated, and if money is your motivation, that's cool. But most people get burnt out when it talks about money, dude, because you're gonna be injected thoughts. So like, whenever you read someone else's code, like if you're trying to build stuff for other people, you're trying to fix their code, you're gonna have to go read through other people's shit. Oh my god, dude. It's fun, though. That's fun. It just takes a long ass time. Anyways, so I need to go back to I just wanted to do this real quick. I just wanted to do this. What is your problem? Fine. Oh man. This takes a long ass time. That's a good win, dude. You're gonna come across so many failures, and there's always something to take away from failures. It's your kind of first time here, but we have a couple people that kind of hang out here for pretty frequently, and we also play a bunch of games here. We play Team Fortress 2 pretty frequently, and some of my Team Fortress 2 players, like Seagull's an artist. It's really good. Makes really cool art. But he was talking about like I hate this language class, and there's always stuff to take out. Like if you don't like something, there's stuff to take out of everything that you happen to do throughout your life. You don't have to necessarily take it at like the face value. You can think about stuff as like, hey, I've learned I don't like this, or hey, from this failure I learned that I can't do this. There's also nothing wrong with saying you can't do stuff. Things change. As you get into the professional world, you'll realize that things change very quickly, and like something that's a high priority one day suddenly becomes like low priority next. It just takes a long time, but I would highly recommend going to an actual university, never fixating on the certificates. Those certificates also show that you're like. It doesn't show that you're a like solo person, but in the professional world, you're going to be collaborating with so many people, dude. Like I would literally be talking to all my team. I wouldn't have conversations with every single one of them every single day, but I have to. I have a conversation with one person one day, and a week later I have a conversation with this person, or maybe I have multiple conversations with people. You hear of the word stand-ups or phrase stand-ups, all that stuff. Keep repeating feels stupid now. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not going to say that's a good. Never call yourself stupid, please. I'd never. I refuse to call people dumb, and I never. I don't. Going back like 20 minutes ago, maybe a little bit longer, half hour ago. The idea of you only know what you know. Like, there's no one on this planet that's dumb, dude. They don't know. Now, whether they choose to not, learn things, that's up to them. But there's no person on this planet that's dumb, dude. It's just that you're misinformed. You're not. Well, either one, you're misinformed. Two, you just don't know. Or three, you just you don't care enough to find out, and you're just going to live in your little world of whatever. Um. Anyways, I wanted to see what was causing this background though. Is this control interactable? Uh, 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 oh. You okay, bud? Wait, I just want to make sure. Can I do this in Godot? What is it I want to check here? I don't want you to do this. Oh, I know what I want to look. Oh, it's actually in here. It's in 3D because I moved this. I want to see. So we have a couple scenes in here. So this is good enough. I just want to see. Can I add on to an existing scene? Can I just add a child node to this? I can. Holy shit! Let's do this. Holy shit! So let's do. Let's see if we paste. Let's do this. Because I want to make sure all of these are correct, and if I do this, then that means every other one of them is going to be exact same. So let's make a prefab. It just looks. You get used to it. It's just text, dude. It's not like I said. The tough part is one, conditioning your brain to be able to like you. So there's often called scope creep too. Like there's also the scope resolution operator, which is actually just this these little matching squiggly braces. The code is like just text. Like it's really just ideas that are being passed around from like one endpoint to the next. Data. Okay. Anyways, so this is going to be a universal game state property. So I think we just put this in game states. Just give me a kiss. Actually, let's do this. You're actually like. Should I call it? Okay, so I actually kind of like this. So instead of user interface, why don't I just call this controls? Because that is the user interface. Except I don't like using acronyms, so I don't like you. I never liked the idea of UI. I think control is actually better, and this should be controls. I'm gonna get rid of this real quick and just bring a new one in. Which means that all these other things can go on here. She told me to walk this way. And this literally is just the containing control. So full rect. 1920 by 1080 is a reference. Input mouse passes through. That's good. Then you have the game state root control. Sleep? Hey, that's what's up, dude. Oh, I appreciate you stopping by, dude. Appreciate the follow too. And yeah, I would stick stick with it, dude. It takes a long time, trust me. I went to school in 2016 to 2018. I graduated, and even before that I went to community college. I actually failed out of college once. Never be afraid of failing, man. You just push through, just continue. Success is those that find success on the first try is one, incredibly far and few between. And two, they don't really have much to learn from a large success. But when you fail over and over, dude, you're always picking up stuff from your failures. There's always lessons to be taken away from stuff. And take those lessons with you, remember them, and it's going to be the same thing for programming. Programming is just a small aspect of life. So on the microcosm of programming, you're going to fail, you're going to learn new things, you're building up your knowledge base, so you can write things like this. The idea of me sorting these things is because I've run into problems when I did Adventure Quest stuff. Like I would have to automate stuff, and a lot of my teammates were some of my teammates were lazy and they never wanted to name things appropriately. They just duplicate things, not care about how things were structured and stuff. How can I do this as fast as possible? And then shit breaks. And they're like, wow, why did this fucking break? I don't know. Maybe because you didn't take time to think about what you're doing. And that's also like I work on this one by myself. No one can. No, I don't have to. I get to make the executive decisions. I get to say, too bad, I'm fixing this. I don't know. Anyways, this is going to become a normal node. I think that's going to become. Oops, it's going to become a normal node, but I don't think this is going to be a game state. It's not really a game state. No, but sleep well, dude. Buy a keyboard if you get a high. Hey, that's what's up, dude. Get an effective one. Don't focus on like RGBs and stuff. I mean, colors are cool. Like mine. I mean, mine lights up, right? Mine has blue keys. They can technically change and do all the chroma fixing, dude. But focus one on having the feature set that you need more so than the fancy keys and all that. Your keyboard is there to exist to get you to finish your job, whatever you're trying to build. 3 more courses on Java class, and after you're done, that's a start, dude. And then you may never use Java in your life again, but there were lessons to take away from Java. For example, I don't like Java because Java is not. Java is kind of equivalent to C#. JavaScript is the one that's more abstract, but still, I'd like my. I have grown to when I had to do non-strongly typed languages. I've grown to appreciate substantially strongly typed languages. It's way nicer, but that's just me. Anyways, so this actually also needs a root control because you need to scale accordingly with the rest of this. So I'm going to have to bring you in too. Which is why this was important to not be... Okay, this can go away. We don't have any use for those anymore. We're going to build a console here. Might swap to Python? I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with Python. I'm sure there... I just don't care for Python because it's just like... It's a weird, like, language to me. But that's, if I have to do Python scripts for GIMP if I automate GIMP stuff, so I don't like Python, but I still use it if I have to. You just use whatever it is to achieve whatever goal it is you're trying to achieve. That is all. Language, the other Godot is just an application to allow me to achieve building my application. Um, everything is just a tool. Everything is just a tool. Where'd it go by so far, dreaming in your backyard, all the things that we used to do. We were cool back in high school. Oh, I really liked you. Must have been your attitude. That's why you keep on running in and out of my mind. And the years they rode by, baby, now I know why I keep coming back to you. The only one that knows me, love it when you hold me. Okay, so now that what you show me. This would have to listen to the events too. Oh man, I'm so glad I made that, dude. This is Siren. We don't need this. No, try to take me all the way to man. I mean, hey man. I mean, I play games all the time. Games are an excellent pastime, dude. Oh, there's ads. I think it's a good time to take off then. Probably a good time to take off. Poor ads. I mean, I wouldn't buy a $400 keyboard, dude. That's expensive. But you should also get one that's going to last, too. You gotta go outside? Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta take my dog out anyways. Okay. Oh, wow. Hello, kitty. Oh, wow. Doesn't really matter what the color is at the moment. Green? I don't know about green. Industrial gray. Fucking chroma cycling. Nah, that's so far out of scope of this. That's fucking funny though. Okay, for now it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're gonna make your normal transform. I don't know. 512 by 56, 768. Cool. Oh, and then this. Oh, actually, let me fix this real quick before we. Let me fix that one thing. That's there. I just want to make sure that these are the correct properties. 1920 by 1080. Okay, cool. Let's fix these real quick and add that scene for. Because each one of these now need this. So that goes away. You're the old one. That's good. Cool. Actually, which one? I don't think it matters. Sky, I'm gonna come over there. Ah, we're back. Too much too much dog drama. Dude, there's a fence between both of you. You're fine. Okay. Anyways, so this that is what I wanted. So this one now has root control, gameplay loading. Okay, that'll resize this one. We're just gonna put this in the background. Thanks, Mac. Dun, 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 I want you. Center bottom, please. Move you up 128. Doesn't really matter. So just there is temporary. So login, gameplay. I need one more. You are not the same, so let's do this. Sky, you're not going out. That was just there temporary. Okay, main menu, gameplay, they all have root control node. Okay, they're all scaled to 190, or sorry, they're all scaled to 1920 by 1080, and they have the UI scaler, so cool, nice. I wonder if I should do that. And the sheer fact of me having the thought of trying that is abstract because I've not stated what that thought is yet. The sheer fact that I thought of that tells me that I should do that. I should do that. Oops. Where would I place this? The thought process is that I should mark all the colors that we're going to use. And so I should grab the hex values of the color codes so that I can change them all at the same time. The thought process is that each one of these things should I don't know if that's necessary. Because then I have to set them all through code, and that just seems unnecessary. Then I'll have to make a script just to literally set a color in. I don't think we're gonna go that far. I think if we just I mean, it doesn't... Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll do this. Oh, yeah, okay. That is... Okay, no, that's fine. Login controls, main menu controls, gameplay controls. So basically we'd be doing this. These would be all scenes that are related to these particular scenes. The only reason these are isolated is because of the root container. This would not exist in... it will exist in here for the time being. I wonder if I should split that up now. That is such a large-scale task that if I don't break this up now... Developer console still would make sense in... Fuck. Fuck. Open up. That's just good. There is a thought, and it's to build the... So this is the client project, and the thought process is to extrapolate these now into a maps and characters project, because these two things will not be in there. Kids with guns. Easy does it. Easy does it. They got something to... That's possible. What would need to be moved over? Environments? Resource nodes? Well, the scenes would have to get moved over, because what essentially is going to happen is we're just going to load down an entire scene file from... I'll have to get a FTP server. But we'll have to pull down the information from that server to grab the Godot file. And I think... Okay, so if we were to download Godot scene files, I were to instantiate that would go... I think that's our... I would need... Okay, I think I have some concept of it. It would have to go in the users folder for the game. That would be where the data is stored. There are a few things that would have to go in the actual client that would have to be downloaded ahead of time, but maps theoretically could be downloaded. I should make an option to download all maps too, ahead of that too. I'm just thinking about... This is like a year in the future, but it's just good to put that into context of what needs to go out here. So the developer console is still useful. These would get taken into the client, so I think that would break stuff if I move stuff over here. Can do this. Actually, I'm going to leave those for now. Well, they're going to be up in this folder anyways. But I'm going to leave those for now until we get to the point where I need to extrapolate these over. Because I just don't want this to be the sup long-lived chaos. Twitch scam here. What's up, dude? Ban evasion? Okay, later, dude. Okay, so let's roll this back. Let's get this developer console going. You can stay up. We don't need you. Actually, let's change this to a. Let's make you a control instead. Oops. Yeah. I like the sun. Actually, let's just call this panel. Actually, no, that is the developer console. This is just the pivot of where we're placing this. So I want. Zero, zero on this. You are off. Oops. Why is your pivot off here? Why is your pivot off here? What's that size? Actually, let's anchor this top left to start. This becomes the background. You went away. Father, skies walking around. Take me to the moon. Wait a second. I can use Sorry. Oh wait, it's black. I think it's just straight black, isn't it? I think it's just straight black. I don't like that though. We'll put this up slightly. It's fine. Do I need anything? I am gonna use switch text though. All that I could. If I do this, wait, I think I can change the text. Can I set the font for this? I know I can set the font through BB code, but I thought I could set the font through a reference. I walked away. I don't see your font material. Or a font, place. Oh. I don't think I made a theme. Oh. What's this gonna do? Interesting. What is this? Oh, yeah. Wait, can I take the... Well, that's kind of neat. But I don't think we're going to do that. I'll never be... Not going to do that. Let's see. Resources. We need fonts in here. Hey, what's up, Lag? How you doing, man? Let's just put in a random font for now. It's going to be relatively, that will be relatively irritating to sort these out if I use rich subtables, but it's possible. Okay, for now we'll just use this. Roboto. Throning and liberating. Nice, man. MMOing. MMOing. Alright, I'm curious what this is going to look like. So let's place you... Oops. I don't know, just move it down. Let's make sure. So call me maybe. Okay, so we've already established that these work, so we're gonna get rid of this. Trouser case, maybe. I'll keep the background. Those are just sample images in the back. Play this game every day for the past 27 days? Sounds like you're hooked, dude. Uh-oh. Your stem was holding, red jeans, skin was showing. Where you think you're going, baby? Excuse me. So call me maybe. Should. So not public? think you can put. I don't think so. Okay, so the question becomes why. Why would I not have access to the ID? You're old. Oh, this one can't be though, because this one's a. Oh, actually, it's just this one that I missed. So my question is, why is this not available? I didn't think so. It's just so bad, and you should know that. Why would ID not be accessible? Okay, I want you. I thought this automatically makes it accessible because that's on the same layer as the ID for this. What the hell? Maybe someday you'll be somewhere talking to me as if you knew me. Happy home for next year, darling. So I can't do that now? Is that what I'm picking up here? I think that's what I'm picking up here. In between the lines. This is actually gonna refactor those two. What you missing? What you missing? So I want. Say goodbye. You must do. I think I just have to sort this out. That's weird. I thought this was naturally public. I don't know why that wouldn't be accessible. Where else do I have reference to these? I just want to know why this is not available. I mean, I can easily just swap this back. I just want to know why, because I actually started doing that for anything I was inheriting from interfaces. I can just swap it back to this, and it works just fine. I'll be home for next year, darling. That's interesting. I did not know that. That's so weird because these have to be public. So that has to be public. Someday you'll be some. If I don't do this, I no longer inherit from identity. What the fuck? What if I do internal though? This won't register for JSON. Oh, actually it would because this one is. What the hell, man? Why? Why would I not be able to? Why would that be restricted? That's very odd. That is very odd. Also, did I don't think I used this quite yet. No. That is a thing we will have to do later. That's so weird to me. That's so weird that I would not have access. That doesn't matter. It's just really weird that I wouldn't have access to that. But realistically, I just want to check this out. That's just so weird. The interface implementations have to be public. So I would have thought that would have been public. Am I gonna come play this game in like 10 years? I wanted to see you. Oh, I don't think I loaded this. Medicine, please, not on drugs, not on drugs. Oh, this is not a control anymore. This is just a node. Not on drugs, not on drugs. Oh, wait a second. This does have to be a control because I have to toggle visibility of it. Toxic PvP and Wi-Fi jiggles? Yeah, no, that... I'm not that talented, dude. I wish. You can have a little gem. I don't know, maybe I'll get animators or artists at some point. I just have to define the constraints for everything. But probably not. I've actually found this to be more exciting. Oh yeah? Trying to pull a Celeste here. This does have to be a control because normal nodes do not have the ability. The visible flag does not exist on normal nodes. Yeah, this has to be a control. This has to be. Also, just to make sure. Just to make sure that that's the correct path. Because I was changing a few things here. Yeah, high enough for me. Scenes, developer consoles, yes. Just see how I don't want jiggle physics, dude. That's too much. That's too much detail, man. The last thing I want to do is fixate on details anymore. I do not want to fixate. So one of the traps that makes things really difficult to like build stuff, and how you can be really effective is by keeping it simple. Stupid. Kiss. Keep it simple. Stupid. Jiggle physics are jiggle. I mean, you can imagine all you want, dude. The last thing I would want to do, use your so okay, dude, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. When you look at this, when you look at these trees, right? They look like trees. That takes a little bit of imagination, right? It takes a little bit of imagination, but the trees. The trees. I don't have to, you know, like your little jiggle, like use your imagination, dude. Like I like this because it's simple. I can kind of tell that this, you know, this is a tree. I don't need the most realistic looking tree of all time. It's actually kind of weird that I'm just like, nah, this is good. It's one thing that I've noticed from playing so much Team Fortress 2 and just RuneScape a long time ago is that, dude, simple things work really fucking well. And they're very quick. And I'm not saying that they're not... when I say very quick, I don't mean they're not difficult to make. It's just that, you know, I don't have to sit here and fucking bake normal maps and do the most realistic lighting and, you know, one fucking little element of, you know, one fucking high fidelity thing, you know, something that would take literally fucking years and years of multiple people, right?
These models are like fucking, I don't know, fucking 50 vertices at most, dude, but they remind me of trees. And they're actually okay. Maybe I will. Maybe I have quests set up. I have quests set up, dude. You'd be surprised as to how far this thing is. This one I just did, which is basically giving scaling for UI, because that's what I'm about to do the developer console, because I need commands. Anyways, I wanted to see if this was instantiating, but I don't see this instantiating. I think that broke again, and I see the debugger, and this one needs to go to not this. But man, dude, it's fun. Anyways, so the reason why we have to have two objects here is because the root control is the one that handles that scaling. And we need to move all of these as a single object. So when I move this... How much, just out of curiosity, how much have you done animating? I know you do, like, your avatar and stuff. You've done Celeste, which I think is just, like, what, fucking PNG art? PNG Celeste? It's funny. Celeste. Yeah, so when we move this over, it'll just move everything over. Anyways, I just want to make sure that this is running, so let's hit play. The other thing, though, is that, dude, okay, there it is. Bam! And then type. Okay. Also, I have to do a chat system. Holy shit. There's so many things to do. That would actually be in the gameplay UI, though, because that would no... Gameplay controls, because we're not using acronyms. Fuck you, UI. Okay, cool. So, we're just going to call this... I'm going to put this in bold. We are going to stretch your name to be the exact same distance as this, which is 512. We are going to give some space to you, so let's actually go... Actually, we're going to make this 500, and then you are over 6 down. I'm never good enough. It's not, I don't care. I can play like a kitten down. Won't wash my hair. It's like a basketball, but you make me wanna act like a girl. Pick my nails and wear high heels, hold you. Make me wanna nervous and I just can't hold you. Res, resources, fonts, Roboto Black. TTF. Res, resources, fonts, Rebuttal Black, TTF. Oops. What did I get wrong here? Rebuttal Blue. Yeah. Does this need quotes? I mean, I could go look it up. Okay, fine, we'll look it up. I don't remember. Go. Small keyframe animations and geonodes? Geonodes are Blender, yeah. Oh, I wouldn't know. I've never used them. If I ever did that, I think I've had a hard time. I
think I never had it. Maybe this one. Actually, no, I will. I will need to open the thing. Actually, it's this one. It's this one. Oh, you make me grow. Oh, okay. So you are going to be. I don't want to find enough. If I ever did that, I think I'd have a heart attack. Yeah, yeah. Switch. Oops. I did not mean to do that. Fuck. I need. This would work. Okay, res overlay. I thought I had. Wait, that is right then. Res overlays. Fonts for bottle black. TTF. Select. This time, if you're gonna judge me, ignorance best friend. What the fuck? Wait, these have two different fonts, right? I have two different fonts in this. This thickness is bigger. What happens if I get rid of this? Oops. Just like. Why is your text not changing then? That's the exact same thing. Oh, okay. It's not the exact same path, but it's the it's not the same path, but it is the it is the same thing. It's font equals res colon res is this overlay fonts and the font name. Audible TT. Oh wait, what are the chances that this needs to be built? Oh wait a second, I don't have. Oh no, I do have BB code. Oh well, I'd ruin that one. It has to be the same text then, but that's not true. God. What the fuck? Nice to meet you. I have BB code enabled. Res colon backslash backslash resources slash fonts. Fonts is the name of the folder. So we have resources, plural, resources, fonts. Roboto black with a hyphen, .ttf. Just in case there's something wrong with Godot. Nice to meet you, sir. I don't talk about on my way home. Ignorance is your new best friend. Ignorance
Says your new best friend.
Where were you? Did you change? No. Oh! Wait, shouldn't that be different then? Shouldn't... Wait a second. So if we get rid of this... I think bold takes precedence or something. I think they end up being the same size. Oh, that's irritating. Okay. But, it's fine. I want... Actually, I don't think I had bold in there. That would make sense. Font size equals 24. Ooh. Oops. Could you imagine building each one of these by scratch for and not building a template for like an input field or something? Yes, yes, I can. Oh, I've got to be a fucking idiot. Oh, okay. This one needs to go. This one. I think they should all be anchored at the top. What was the length of this? 768. Oops. Oops. This one was 5. You need to be at 0. 768 minus... I don't know, 24? And then what was the indentation? I could do that. Don't even try. Oh, that's right. You are moved over 6 units. I was thinking about putting a bigger box around. Oops, not that. 6 units. Oops. Minus 6. Oops. That's 24. Oh, actually, that can just be this. So that's just 500. Oops. 500.
Every girl I wanna be. Oh, she's a diva. Feel the time I wanna be. Oh, sorry, that was supposed to be 6. Although you should be at 6. Why were you at 12? Oh, because it would have been off by 6 from this one because it was nested. She's nothing like a girl you've ever seen before. To your neighborhood house. Oops. And I can't take no more. I'm trying to find the words to describe this girl without being disrespectful. Damn, girl. Damn, girl. Oh, she's a diva. Feel the same and I wanna meet her. She didn't know that. Trying to find the words to describe this girl without being disrespectful. The way that mood fanatic. I shall do this. Keep on across. Damn, girl. Oh, sexy bitch. Damn, you's a sexy bitch. Damn, you's a sexy bitch. Title. Close. Thank you. I just said deja vu, but I know I said a failure from me. Oh, what I want now. Oh, I swear to you. 24 by 24. But looking forward to apply. Have to back a whole job. I know everything is groovy. They don't like it soon. Me on the way. 6 minus 24. Or, well, negative 30. Oh, sorry. 30 minus 512. 512 or 512 minus 30. Oh, we need to go down 6. Oh, what I want. Just trying to hide that. That's 24 by 24. Oh, I swear to you. Should make this 32 by 32. That's a side guy looking forward to fly. 32, 32, adding 8. 8. 8. So we can move 8. On the way you do me. Actually, let's do this. Just want to see what this is. Should this be 30? To 30. Sleep in the fame. And then this becomes 476. Look like you, not just such deja vu, but oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. Where is your texture there, pal? When I move me to the brightest groove, and all I could do me, oh, I'll be there for you. Yeah. Wait, shouldn't that match the dimensions I set? Actually, it's off just because this moves at a different rate. Also, should just do a texture. So let's do this. Oh, it does have to. Wait, is that always true? So my texture would have to be 30 by 30, if I'm understanding that correctly. Like this. You can wait till I get home. I'm in the past for the best. That is a good question. Where is your event registration now? Do I need to put a button on this? I think I need to put a button. I think I need to. I mean, that kind of makes. Is it this? I don't think so. Till I get home. I think I just need a script for this. No, you mean so much to me. Contents matches resources. So this becomes developer console. Just be friends. I'm not some boy that you just. Developer console button close. La, 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 la. Till I get home, so we can make this fun. So I need to fix some of those names. I should probably fix those before we move on to another topic. Should probably do that. Due to this guy that made him so violent. Oh, I know I'm yours. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. I look just like Buddy Holly. And I'm married son. What they say about us anyways, I don't care about that.